What's going on, guys? It's your boy Jeff from Jeff Sports Reactions, and today is the big day, the day of the Euro 2016 final between France and Portugal. It is going to be an interesting game today, and I am very excited to watch it. The only problem is I have work today, and I will not be able to watch it live, so I have to watch it recorded after the fact, so that sucks. I'm very nervous. I'm going to find out the score before I can watch it, so hopefully I can just black out my phone, not look at any social media, anything like that, and not find any score results. But I am going to be getting into my projected lineups and the lineups, who has the advantages at each position in those lineups, so let's get right to that. Alright guys, so the first position we will be talking about is the strikers, and we will be starting out with France. France's strikers are Antoine Griezmann and Olivier Giroud. Griezmann was a beast last game. Giroud, not so much. He struggled a lot. He needs to improve if France will get a lot of goals this game. And for Portugal, they got Nani and Cristiano Ronaldo, who have been both playing pretty well this tournament. Ronaldo, you can never let him have any open looks on goal, or he can't score them. So I have to give my advantage to Portugal with the strikers. So the next position we will be moving to is the midfield. And France, we will start with once again. And France's midfield is pretty good. And they got Blaise Matuidi, who's an absolute consistent beast. They have Paul Pogba as well. Pogba is, one of the best young players in the world. They have the man, the myth, the legend, Dimitri Payet, who is having an incredible tournament and, like Ronaldo, can do some damage on free kicks. And finally, they have Moussa Sissoko, who was a beast last game, but might not start, but I think he should start. Switching to Portugal, they got João Mario, who is pretty good. Portugal has a pretty young midfield. João Mario is young. Next player is the 18-year-old Renato Sanchez, who is an absolute beast. If he plays well, Portugal has a great shot. João Moutinho is next. He did not start last game, but I think he needs to start. They need some experience in there. And finally, another great young player is William Carvalho. He's very solid. The Portugal midfield needs to play well if Portugal wants to win, but I have to give my advantage in the midfield to France. Much more consistent play out of the French midfield. Finally, we are going on to the defense. In France's defense, we will start with, I think they should start Samuel Umtiti, who started last game instead of Rami at center back. He had a very good game last game. Next, they have Bakary Sagna at right back. He has been playing pretty well, and he's a pretty good player. They also have Laurent Koscielny, who has been very good this tournament and is a very good player as well. And finally, the veteran player Patrice Evra, and he's been having a good tournament as well. So a very experienced defense. Switching to Portugal, Jose Font, I think, will be playing center back, and then I think that Pepe, who did not play last game, will be right back. Pepe, the Real Madrid player, is very good. Next is Bruno Alves, the other center back. Very good player. However, he is pretty old, a very seasoned veteran. And finally, I think Danilo will get the start at left back. And my advantage for the defense has to go to France once again. Final position we are going to talk about is the keeper's position. This should be an interesting matchup today. The France goalie, as you all know, is Hugo Lloris, one of the best keepers in the world, and makes some big-time saves a lot of the times to save the French. And then for Portugal, they have Rui Patricio, who is pretty solid and does not really make many mistakes. And for the goalkeeper advantage, I have to give that to France once again. So now I'm going to be getting into what it takes for each team to win, and we're going to start that out with France. Alright guys, so all I think France needs to do to win today is play like they have played throughout the tournament. They have been very consistent, the most consistent team out of any other team in this tournament. They need to play well together as a unit. I think their defense is very solid. Their midfield is so consistent as well. However, the strike force with Griezmann, who was fantastic last game, and Giroud is the only weak part in their thing. Griezmann, is a good player, but Giroud last game was pretty bad. and he needs to improve for this final if France needs a good chance of winning. If he does not play good and is not creating chances, it's going to really hurt the French, and that's why I think you have to look out for Martial and Kingsley Coman on the bench to come in during the second half of the game as a super sub. Alright guys, so unlike the French, Portugal has been very, very, very inconsistent throughout the tournament, struggling mightily in the group stages, but playing pretty well in the knockout rounds. So for Portugal to win today, their young midfield needs to play with the pressure. They cannot fold under the pressure. They need to rise up in the pressure and have a good performance today. Their strikers, Nani and Ronaldo, are very, very dangerous and create a lot of chances. Their defense is good as well, pretty consistent, so I think they'll be fine on the defensive front. They should not concede many goals. So their defense, their midfield is their most important position in order to win. Their midfield needs to play well. You know, all it takes for Portugal to get a goal is one free kick from Ronaldo, and they can get a goal. So you cannot give the Portuguese any chances. And if the midfield plays well for Portugal today, I think they can pull it out. Alright guys, and today's X Factor, the most important player on the pitch tonight will be Renato Sanchez. I think Renato Sanchez will be the X Factor for many reasons. One, he is so young, but he is playing in the biggest game you can play in other than the World Cup. So he, I think, will play very, very well under the pressure. He's only 18. He has not played in many of these games. He does not really, feel the moment, I guess, and that could be a good thing. Some people say that that could be a bad thing, but I think that it will be a good thing. Renato Sanchez is the key for Portugal, linking up between the defense, the midfield, and the forwards. He does a great job of playing the balls up to Ronaldo and to Nani, so I think that will be important as well. And also, I think he will be getting a goal today in this final. As a young player, I think he will strike and get a goal. So that is why Renato Sanchez is my X Factor. Alright guys, so this is the conclusion to my video. The time you've all been waiting for, my official score prediction. I have just tweeted it out. So it is out there, it is set in stone. My score prediction is Portugal 2, France 1. The Portuguese will win the Euro 2016 final. I think France will go up 1-0 in the first half. Cristiano Ronaldo will equalize late in the second half, 75th minute or after. I think extra time will have tons of chances. I think the young wonder kid Renato Sanchez will slide one home in the last few minutes of the game, 115 minutes or after, in extra time. So that is my official score prediction. 2-1 to Portugal. The hearts of all of the French nation will be breaking, and Cristiano Ronaldo will finally have that major international tournament championship. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the game. See you later. Peace.